Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome back to the 53206 cast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Meg.
And Meg.
Yeah.
This podcast.
It is.
Meg, this podcast is Gentrification Watch 2026.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Not really, but that would be fun if we had like a theme or like a soundbite that was, I don't know what the soundbite would be. I don't know how you make a sound of somebody watching something. Like a bird watcher. You gonna get into bird watching?
Well, I did just find a dead bird out in our backyard. So
did you watch it?
No, I was thankful I didn't step on it. I thought, did Monty kill this, or what happened here? I feel like I've seen a dead bird every day lately.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a nice little streak you got going then.
I don't like the streak.
Do you think the dog is killing the birds, or the birds are just dying?
One of the birds was just out in front of the house, but like not in front of our house. It was a few houses down, and it looked like a baby bird. I think it's baby bird season, and
sure,
if the baby bird.
So you're seeing dead baby birds?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
All baby?
Well, it's been 2 days, so it's only.
Oh, okay.
It's only been 2.
All right.
I did see another baby bird 3 days ago.
Alive?
And it was alive, but then I didn't see it again. So
well, I mean, it could have
flown the
gone
coop,
somewhere else.
flown the nest. Yeah. But it didn't. It wasn't flying at all. I don't know if I stepped on it. I'm a little bit nervous about finding that one tomorrow. So anyway.
All right. What were we talking about?
Gentrification Watch.
2026. Well, I mean, I don't. I thought that'd be funny to say that, but so I don't actually know that we're doing a podcast on
I
Gentrification
hope we're not,
Watch.
But
what I did actually want to talk about is there's something curious happening in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And these things that we talk about. So we've been doing this podcast since 2020. I want to say is
August,
the time
2020.
August of 2020. So we've been doing this podcast, 5.5, almost, it would be then like 6 years.
Almost.
I think that's how you do that math.
Yeah.
So it's been a little while. And when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about the values of the houses in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking back to when we bought our house in 2006, and we
2006,
and we paid $75,000 for the house.
Yeah, and that was at the height of housing.
It was really funny. May, our daughter, walked down, and I don't know if she was looking at the little I don't know what she was looking at, but we were talking about when we bought our house.
Yeah,
and. Maybe we just said this is when we moved here, and so she was like, "You bought your house at the during the housing bubble."
Yeah, at the height of the housing bubble. She was and it was like she was shaming us.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thanks. First of all, how do you know that?
Yeah, get out of here.
Learning about this in high school?
Go upstairs and read a book or something." But yeah, so we bought it in the at the.
Worst time to buy a house.
Yeah, and she even used subprime lender as a term. Okay, just settle down. But
she's
yeah,
definitely shaming us.
So that was the time that we were in was the housing bubble, and then bubbles they do, they burst and the prices went way down. So we bought in like I said 2006 for $75,000, and then by 2010, probably before that, but by 2010, I mean, the house was only worth 30, 35.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah, it went way down.
Wow.
It went way down. I wrote about this a bunch in Bad Neighborhoods. So if you want to check it out more, you want to check out more of it.
Alex
it's a book.
wrote.
Yeah, it's a book.
It's on Spotify, Apple, all the.
Yeah, you can listen to the audio version on Spotify, or if you want to buy one on Amazon, you can. Otherwise, I'll just give you one. Just email contact@wegotthismke.com.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Meg will leave one on the porch for you. But so housing bubble bursts, house basically value goes down, in half, which is just kind of wild, being older now. Mm-hmm. So I mean, when that happened, I was probably 25, give or take. I was 22 when we bought our house.
Okay.
So 3 years later, I would have been 25. I think that's how that works. Only being 25, you're you care, but you're not really. I don't know, you're just kind of an idiot. Like you're
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know that. Oh, you might want to actually care about what your house is worth. Like that.
Sure.
Is a good thing to be aware of vaguely, right? Like if you had like any money in the bank, like and it got cut in half, you probably wouldn't like that, right? You'd want to keep it. So the prices then stayed that way for a while.
Yeah.
So 2000, let's call it 10, was about the same. 2015, so 5 years later, about the same.
So we're saying 45,000 is what it was worth.
You could say that. I don't know that. I think because ours was pretty nice at that point. I think maybe 45, but it would have been the nicest house around.
Yeah, for
sure. Big garage. It had been resided. The roof was still in good shape back then. It's not now, but our kitchen would have been done in 2015. The other stuff, bathroom. Well, at least one of the bathrooms was nice. Yeah. Whatever, but a nice house for somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we would have had a hard time getting $45,000 for it, but I think it could have happened. So I guess that technically means it would have been worth that.
Yeah.
And so that stayed, probably until 2020. It really kind of hovered around the same. And I don't have a great context or awareness of what the housing prices were doing in 2019, let's say.
Don't we get like taxes that say what our house is worth?
Yeah, and that's your assessment.
Okay.
So
and is that on or not at all?
I mean, like accurate?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? No, it's a percentage of what they would sell for. It's not. It's just a calculation that they do. So yes, it's like the houses by the lakefront are assessed higher than our houses. But I looked back at some of the assessments, and it never really matches what it's actually worth.
Okay.
But as property values go up, your assessment goes up, and then your taxes are higher.
Yeah. So, yeah. I know a lot of people in like Sherman Park area are mad about their property assessments.
Yeah, I know, and I've said this, and I have an opinion about that. I mean, if my house goes up in value, it's like you made money. Like your net worth has gone up that amount, and so you're paying a percentage of your net worth to stay in your house, and it can become unaffordable if you don't, if you're on a fixed income. But I do wonder, if your house goes up $20,000 and you're $20,000 richer, you got to be in a tough spot. And I'm not saying that people aren't in a tough spot, but I'm saying, when I talk to people on my runs that are outside working on their houses, now granted, those are people that are outside working on their houses, working on their yards, those kinds of things. They're invested in their properties. And I talk to them about the value of the property going up because they bring it up. And, I ask them like, well, are you happy or mad about it? They're not happy that they have to pay more in taxes, but they're happy that the value of their house went up because they didn't have to do any work to be slightly richer. So it's not a simple. Yeah. It's not the type of thing where it's like this is always good or always bad. There's always like a mix of it. So they're happy that they're now richer individuals. Yeah. But they don't like that they have to pay $500 more a year in property taxes. Yeah. So which I understand. I don't like having to pay it either. Yeah. So, okay. So 2020, we had that. What was that thing called?
COVID?
Yeah, COVID. Coronavirus. So the coronavirus came, and the prices of things got all wacky. Sure. And there was some inflation because we all got free money, for having coronavirus around. And the housing prices got kind of wild. Okay. And they went up. Okay. And some people thought they were going to go back down. Now they still might go back down.
Okay, so what was our house worth in 2020?
I think 45 still.
Oh my gosh, that didn't go up.
It didn't really go up.
Okay.
Yeah, but I now I don't know. I couldn't tell you like, my parents' house went up 30% between 2010 and 2020. I have no idea. Okay. But all I do know is that it did not go up. It did not go up much.
In 10 years. So I wrote this down so I would be able to go back and look. So from 2010 to 2020, our house did not go up at all.
Not really. No,
not really.
Not
so
really.
maybe it was worth.
Well,
50.
the issue with the houses in our neighborhood, we I'm sure we talked about this before, but the issue with our houses in the neighborhood is that the ceiling is so low that no matter, you can almost do any work on your house and you have hit the maximum
Sure.
amount that the house could be worth.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've outbuilt the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy because
Yeah.
you can't even put a bathroom in.
Yeah.
We're putting in bathrooms for $20,000, and that's
In Tosa.
In Tosa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And near Silver of the city, and that's a fair price for a bathroom. But
Yeah.
you couldn't. What are you gonna rent? You're gonna put a $20,000 bathroom in a $40,000 house?
Yeah.
That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah.
How are you gonna put a roof on? You're gonna put a $25,000 roof on a
Yeah.
$40,000 house? Why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
So now fast forward to 2020, coronavirus.
Yeah.
And all the prices going a little crazy. We did not see the same bump in housing values that everyone else did.
Mm-hmm.
We were a little behind.
Okay.
In terms of the pace at which the property values were going up.
Okay.
So property values were shooting up in other places, like
Mhm.
pretty much, I don't want to say everywhere,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
kind of felt like everywhere.
Mhm.
And I was expecting to see them increase in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
At about, so say if, call it Wauwatosa, near suburb.
Yeah.
Say they went up 25%. I was going to expect us to go up 25%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it didn't happen at the same rate as it did in other places. Now, I will say, since then, late 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, and now we're up to 26.
Yeah.
They have gone.
And has it been steady?
They have. It does seem like they are creeping up steadily.
Okay.
So, I think the top end right now. So I think if you had a 100-year-old house that had been recently renovated.
Mm-hmm. So we have a 100-year-old house.
Yeah, they're all about 100 years old. All the houses that we own are over 100 years old.
Yeah.
I think if you had one that was recently renovated and, nice renovation.
Yeah.
Not the crap that you see a lot in the neighborhood, but like it actually looks good. It functions like it's supposed to. You as a homeowner could buy it and not.
It's going to last for 10 years.
You don't feel like you immediately have to do a bunch of stuff to
Sure.
it. Now you're probably in the 130 to 140, maybe 150. I have seen some people, unfortunately, I think overpaying a little bit for properties.
Sure.
But we're at a really interesting point.
So you're saying that our house right now is worth $130,000.
I'm going to say 120. I would say 125.
Okay. 5,000 different.
Sure. 130, 125. Well, I don't know. That matters to me. I like the. But
Okay.
we probably should put a roof on it soon.
Sure. Yeah. It keeps falling
And the
off
roof's,
in the yard.
Yeah. It's fine. Whatever. We have many roofs that need to get done. It's okay. This is just not the priority roof right now. It is kind of nice. I would probably rather, this is going to sound kind of crazy, but I'd rather one of the rentals not leak. If I had to pick up between our house leaking and a rental leaking, I would pick our house because then I would at least, I live there. I can see when it's leaking.
Sure.
Climb up on the roof and patch it or something.
Yeah.
But so 100, 125, 130,
Okay.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So effectively almost tripling.
And we have the biggest garage on the block. Does that affect our house value at all?
Well, I mean, I think it probably does a little bit. I would hope so, but I don't know. I mean, there's going to be certain places where having a garage is normal and kind of expected, and it's not normal and expected here.
Yeah.
So it isn't like you're immediately dinged when you go to sell, because the value of your house is just based on whatever someone will pay for
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're buying a house in an area where garages aren't normal or standard and you have one, it's a bonus, but it's not like you are dinged the cost of a garage you might be in a different neighborhood. But so the reason why I wanted to talk about this, Meg, is because the property, and this is why I said Gentrification Watch 2026, the values have gone up up enough to the point where you could, maybe you're not putting $20,000 bathrooms in, but you could put a $10,000 bathroom in,
Okay.
and not feel like you just wasted a whole bunch of money on a bathroom.
Sure.
And in fact, I was working on the garden house, the new house, and I was tearing the porch off, and a guy came up to me. He lives on 11th Street, and he was saying that he wants to put a porch on his house.
Yeah.
And I was, I'll talk to a lot of people about the projects, about projects, and most of the time people have no idea what something costs.
Sure.
So I was just like, it can be pretty expensive. What do you think you're going to spend? And he said, well, about $15,000 on a porch.
Yeah.
Which again, I've lived here long enough to know that you are insane if you're putting a $15,000 porch on a what were we $45,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a third of the value of the house.
Yeah, that's
you're not going to, and you can't and it doesn't mean like if your house was worth 30 that it's going to go up to 45. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You're just losing. You're just losing money on it.
Yeah.
So now we're at a point where it's not as crazy as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know that it's to the point where because I think it will tip in or at least like the momentum will shift or maybe move to a higher gear or something when it like you could buy a house, basically do like a flip.
Sure.
Where you can, you can buy a house, you can put $100,000 into it and then sell it for what you paid plus the 100 plus 50.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And it's not, we're not there yet. But it's not like it's crazy to think that it could be like that.
Yeah.
At some point. And I mean, a lot of it has to do with housing prices being so high, $500,000 houses that used to be $300,000 houses in near neighboring suburbs. So, but I just thought, that was like it's just something, I don't know that we said it explicitly on the podcast, but I thought it might be a good thing to chat about a little bit.
Well, and some of the other houses we bought have been, wasn't the lowest one like 12,000?
Yeah, 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's, I feel like I tell people that, and I think I probably tell people 12,000, and that's wrong.
Close enough.
Great. Good to know. But people are like, that's insane that you could buy a house for, and then I tell them, it's $60,000 worth of material, and then it's 2 years of free labor. So I feel like it's a lot. It's still a lot. You buy a house for not a lot of money, and it still needs a lot of money. And
right, but the worst house on the block, we just keep saying Wauwatosa. It's just think of any either near neighboring suburb or nice part of even the city of Milwaukee. It's all the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like if you bought the worst house on the block in that neighborhood, you can't get it for you're still paying a lot.
You're still paying what, 200?
Yeah, right. You're still gonna pay. You're paying a lot for it, and we haven't reached that point yet. When that happens, I think that's when you start to really see people at those first stages of gentrification, where you're like the people that I always like call them the hipsters.
Yeah, and I almost think like the people that are kind of taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I do have some pretty strong beliefs about that.
You have strong beliefs about all sorts of things.
Well, it's funny because I don't have strong beliefs about everything.
Yeah.
A lot of times I just don't really care too much.
Like
but
food.
It doesn't matter.
I feel like the other day when we were sitting and we were eating a brat and we were sharing, you had half of the brat, I had half of the brat, and we have eaten brats many times. Many times. We go to the public market, we get some fries, we get a brat, and we split it. And you told me, as you're eating the brat, I don't actually like brats.
Yeah, I don't.
And I thought, this is like the 8th time we have split a brat.
Yeah, but my dislike of it, you're very passionate in the things that you
I'm very
dislike.
passionate in food, yes.
Right. And I'm not. So, if, whatever I say I want, I'm sure you're going to hate, and you're going to really hate it. So it's not worth it's not even worth me bringing it up. I'll just eat the thing I don't want to eat.
Really funny that you're fine with eating what you don't want to eat.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't, It would just be like the last. There's probably like 15 other things that they sell that I would eat before that, but.
Okay. All right.
So.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Well, so we were talking about
strong beliefs on hipsters coming into the neighborhood.
I think that we're so careful. So as this is just maybe some commentary on society in general, but I would say I think we are, as a group of individuals, way more careful about other people's feelings and being inclusive. And I'm not saying this in a mocking way, even though maybe my voice kind of sounds like it a little bit.
Yeah.
But we are very quick to be kind to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you can be unintentionally very cruel to someone if you are not thoughtful about maybe the long-standing history of a neighborhood.
Sure.
Or aren't really thoughtful about what your presence says in the community. I just think, you should just be thoughtful and careful.
Yeah.
And I would say that, coming as somebody that wasn't necessarily thinking that they had to be that way, but now realizing, you want to be, if you are, anytime that you are an outsider in a space, you just think a little differently, right?
Yeah.
And if there's a group of people that have been cast out into or have been relegated to a specific neighborhood, and then now you think that it's worth more than it was 5 years ago, it's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Just be careful of. Doesn't mean don't move there. Just means, just be thoughtful and,
listen more.
Yeah. And also, because it wouldn't surprise me if the property values keep going up and they stabilize at 175, 200,000. Because I think that's probably about what a house should cost.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it seems odd that the worst house on a nice block could be 200,000, but the nicest house on a not nice block would be so much different.
Yeah.
Because they could all be nice blocks.
Yeah.
There doesn't have to be that way. And in fact, they're all, if there wasn't a history of segregation and treating people unfavorably and unkindly, then we probably wouldn't have a neighborhood like this one. So, it just would stand to reason. Well, then, if we could work through all of that and put it back to probably how it should be, that this should be a middle class black neighborhood, and people should feel like it's a great place to raise their family.
Yeah.
And so, I would just think like, if we have a chance to create that, or if that could be one of the natural pathways, I would just hate for people that are like, oh, I can snag up a cheap house and play bongos in my front yard or something. I don't know what they would do, but just to be thoughtful and careful about how you're interacting, because I think you should be like that anyways. Now you can take that to the extreme, and that's not useful, but I think. And I think that as long as you are mildly thoughtful, I think that's your cue or clue to say, okay, I'm going to be fine. I'm not just taking advantage of an area. So
yeah.
But you got anything you want to plug? We should probably get going here.
Yes. I do have something I want to plug. The garden season is coming up at We Got This Community Garden. And I've been in communication with the lunch ladies, who are fabulous people who feed 150 plus kids every Saturday in the summer. And they are looking for more businesses that would like to do, give some chicken, give some barbecue chicken, give something. You don't have to give the whole meal, but give something.
Oh, okay.
We had, I know last year we had Bunzel's, and they just gave all the chicken for chicken sandwiches. And it was a really good lunch. Kids loved it. And that just it helps out a lot. Because it's really all volunteers that are, kind of putting together these meals for kids. The lunch ladies do an incredible job of, making sure that they get, fresh fruit, go to Pete's, get fresh fruit. And I feel like there's always like great food. They just they're very thoughtful with it. So if you're a business or if you wanted to help out, feel free to email contact@wegotThisMK.com, and I can put you in contact with those people because they are wonderful and do a really good job to feed so many kids wonderful food every Saturday in the summer.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.